19 News continuing to look for answers on breaking news from Wadsworth. A man with a gun is dead. How? We don't know, but we do know police were there. Now at noon, Brittany Weir live with new information on this investigation. Good afternoon, Brittany.
Brian, the police chief here in Wadsworth says investigators are still piecing together what exactly happened here last night. But what we do know is police responded to a house on, it was on Durley Drive just after 9 p.m. for a man with a gun threatening suicide. Now, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation is handling this case. A spokesperson tells 19 News when officers arrived to the home, they say they heard gunshots in the backyard. Officers then returned fire, but no one is saying how this man died. Did he take his own life, or did the officers kill him? That is the big question that we hope to get answered today. But what we do know is that the officers that were involved, they are now on administrative leave. We will work to bring you updates on this story all afternoon and get that information from the police. And once we do, we will bring it to you on air and online. Reporting live in Wadsworth, Brittany Weir, 19 News.
Vancouver police shot and killed a man in Vancouver this morning after they say a suspect pulled a gun on them. It's the second time a Vancouver police officer shot somebody this month. 4
officers are now on leave tonight. The Clark County Sheriff's Office is investigating. This shooting happened just before 1 this morning on Northeast Andreessen Road near 22nd Street. Officers were going to an assault call when they came across this suspect. Officers say that suspect ignored their commands. Officers then sent a canine. Police say the man pulled out what appeared to be a gun and pointed it at them. 4 officers shot the suspect. The man died. The canine was also shot in the tail. The dog is getting surgery and is expected to be okay.
We are learning new details about a standoff in Lexington last night. According to investigators, a suspect is dead after a shooting and standoff with deputies at a Lexington winery. Davidson County deputies responded to a domestic situation last night on Bethesda Road. WFMY News 2's Taylor Leverett was at a news conference where we learned more about what led up to the standoff. Taylor.
That's right. This is still an active investigation. I want to walk you through some of the details, what we learned from that presser. So at around 4:30 p.m. yesterday, 911 was called to the scene of a domestic situation involving a husband and a wife at Grape Escape Vineyard off of Bethesda Road in Lexington. Davidson County Police said shots were fired by the husband, who we now know is 63-year-old Neil Thomas, and the wife ran from the home. When deputies arrived, investigators say Thomas fired shots at them. Deputies then returned fire, hitting Thomas in the hand. That started a 2-hour standoff. Deputies say Thomas shot and killed the 4 dogs inside the home before killing himself. Sheriff Simmons shared the level of safety responding to situations like this.
This is a job that's very dangerous, and seems like you hear more of these situations every day. But we train our deputies how to respond. We want them responding in a safe manner for who we're trying to help, and also for themselves. And I think they did in this case. They responded in a very, very safe manner, and had plenty of backup for them.
Sheriff Simmons said deputies on scene have been placed on leave as protocol. Now, what we do not know is the status of the wife or what type of weapon the suspect used to shoot himself and the 4 dogs. The sheriff's told us that they are keeping that information withheld for right now, and SBI is investigating the situation. For now, live in Lexington, I'm Taylor Leverett, WFMY.
Crime and safety alert this weekend. A person is dead after a welfare check turned into a deadly shooting in Wood County. It happened shortly before 1 a.m. near the village of Rudolp. According to the Wood County Sheriff's Office, deputies got a call that somebody at a home was suicidal, and they tried to de-escalate the situation, but the Sheriff's Department says that person pointed a rifle at a deputy. The deputy fired his gun, shooting and killing them. And deputies did perform first aid, but the person died at the scene. Officials haven't released that person's name or the exact location of the shooting.
Spartanburg County, we now know the name of the man shot and killed in a second deputy-involved shooting. Deputies were called here to the Pacolet area for a fight. It was around 8 o'clock last night. The sheriff's office says shots were fired from a home as deputies arrived. Deputies trying to negotiate, and that's when they say 43-year-old Jason Prosser fired towards them and moved to the road with a loaded gun. A deputy shot and killed Prosser. No deputies were hurt. One neighbor described what she saw during the nearly 2-hour negotiations.
Spartanburg County tried their best, and they were talking to him. Please, we're not here to hurt you. We're here just to talk. We have an ambulance if you need help. Just please come out and talk to us. We're not here to hurt you. And they tried and tried and tried.
And the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division will take over that investigation, and that is standard protocol.